the metric system, right, in elementary school? Yes or no? Oh, no?
Kind of.
Have you had to convert from centimeters to millimeters, that sort of stuff? Some yes, some not really. Okay, well, you are going to have to in this unit, in this year. But when you're using the so for example, if we use the English system, how do you convert from feet to inches? What do you do? Okay. Multiply by 12. Why 12? Why are there 12 inches in a foot? What is a foot? Like, where do they come up? Why is it this big? Why? Tom?
Because people thought the foot was that long.
Okay. In the what we call the English system or the customary system, the base units are those units like feet and inches, yards, miles, furlongs, all the units there are. Most of them were based on some long ago measurement, whether it's some king's length of their arm or how far a wagon would travel. They're based on certain measurements from a long time ago. The metric system is not. The metric system is based around powers of what? Okay? 10. Powers of 10. Which makes conversion very easy. The number system we use, the decimal system, is also based on the power of 10. Therefore, we can easily convert within the metric system rather than multiplying by 12 or 36 or 18. Okay? So it's much simpler to convert using the metric system. And the metric system uses what we call a base unit, a word for a certain unit of length, for example. The base unit for length in the metric system is what? What is the unit of length?
Meter.
The meter. That's the base unit, a meter. And somewhere, I think is it Switzerland? Somewhere there is a metal rod made of some metal that's housed in glass, and that is a meter. That was what they decided. This long is going to be a meter, and they have a piece of metal that sort of establishes the standard of how long a meter is. Then to that base unit, meter, you can add different prefixes to create other units. Okay? There's a few prefixes you are going to have to know. And they're probably they're the familiar ones, they're the ones that are commonly used. First one, okay, is kilo. It means 1,000. So a kilometer or kilometer is 1,000 meters. Then on the side, when we're getting into smaller units, centid, okay, comes from, how many years in a century? 100. Okay, centid means 1/100th, 0.01. So a centimeter is 0.01 meters. 1/100th of a meter. The prefix milli is not what you want to say. What do you want to say? Million, but it's not. What is it? Yeah. What is milli? 1/1000. Okay, 0.001. So millimeter is 0.001. And so the nice thing about using the metric system is to convert from one metric unit to another. We're always multiplying or dividing by a power of 10. Which in our system of numbers, do you have to do it on your calculator if you're going to multiply something by 10? No. What do? How? But what makes it easy about our system, right? Yeah. Yeah. Anytime you're multiplying by a power of 10, it means you just move the decimal over. Same thing with division. So by moving the decimal over the correct number of places, you can easily convert from one unit to another. For example, okay, if you are going from the base unit, let's say meters to kilometers. Say something is 3,000 meters. Okay? To convert that to kilometers, you simply have to move the decimal. Which way do you move the decimal? Matt?
The right.
Not in this case. To the left. 3,000, you're going from the base unit to a larger unit, you move the decimal over to the left. You move it 1, 2, 3 places. Okay? If something is, let's say 3 meters, and you want to convert to centimeters, you move the decimal to the right 2 spots. So by just moving that decimal place over, you can easily convert from one unit to another. So, how many meters in a kilometer? 1,000. How many centimeters in a meter? 100 centimeters in a meter. How many millimeters in a meter? 1,000. Alright, so let's look at some conversion. This is what your homework's going to be like, doing a bunch of conversions that are similar to these. Now meters are the base unit for length, but for mass we use grams. What do we use for volume? Anybody know? The base unit for the metric system? Peter?
Ounces?
No, that's an English system. Habib?
Grams?
No, that's mass. Volume. Yeah.
Density?
No.
Liters?
Liters. Okay. So, how many grams in a kilogram? 1,000. How many milligrams in a gram?
1,000.
So, how many milligrams in a kilogram?
10,000.
1 million. How do you get that?
Oh, you move it over
3
3 places.
places to go from milligrams to grams. Another 3 to go from grams to kilograms. 1 million. Okay, so let's look at some conversions. Milligrams to grams. When I say 1,000 milligrams, where's the decimal? There isn't one. But is there one?
Yes.
Kayla?
After the last 0.
After the last 0. So to go from milligrams, which remember on that little chart was to the right, to grams, which was in the middle, which way do I move the decimal?
To the left.
How many places?
3.
3. So 1, 2, 3, it's 1 gram. Again, kilograms was on the left. Grams was in the middle. Which direction do I move the decimal here? To the right. How many spaces to go from kilograms to grams? 3. But there's no place to move it. So every time you move it, what do you add?
0.
A 0. 1,000 grams. Okay, 160 centimeters. Centimeters is over to the right. Where was millimeters in comparison? Over to the right. How many times do you have to move it? Just 1. Centimeters was 100. Millimeters was 1,000. Move it over 1. 1,600 millimeters. Kilometers to meters. Which direction or how many places do you have to move it? Tom?
5.
Not 5. 3. Which direction? To the right. Remember, kilometers is over here. Meters is right in the middle. It's 1,000. That's 3 decimal places. So if we move that 1, 2, 3, it's 14 1,000 meters. How about grams to kilograms? Which direction do we move it? Nate?
To the left.
To the left. How many spots?
3.
3. So what do we get? So if you do that, Caitlin?
0.19.
0.109 kilograms, yes. Meters to kilometers. Which direction do I move it?
To left.
Left. How many spots?
3.
3. So I get
0.25.
0.25. So we got this?
Yep.
Okay. So try to memorize that chart. You know, if you're going base unit to kilo, you move it to the left. If you're going base unit to centi or milli, you move it to the right. All right, which is larger? 56 centimeters or 6 meters? Do that? 6 meters, much larger, yes. $7 grams or 698 milligrams. Caitlin?
7 grams.
7 grams. $1,500 milligrams or 1.5 grams. I mean,
Equal to?
they're equal. And 536 centimeters or 5.36 meters. Tom?
Equal.
They're also equal. All right, so you're going to be getting some more practice with this stuff tonight, converting from metric units to metric units. Now, like we said, we in the United States don't generally use the metric system in our daily lives. I mean, some people may. You know, if you hear what the temperature is out in Celsius, you kind of got to think about it and try and convert it. We don't think generally in metric terms. Almost everywhere else in the world, though, metric system is the established official system of measurements. You know, if you go to Canada and you go to buy gas, you don't buy the gas, the price is not per gallon. What is it? Per liter. When you look at the speed limit signs, if you go to Canada, if you've ever been there, what are they in? Kilometers per hour. Okay, so they use different, they use the metric system. Almost everywhere else in the world. There are actually only 3 countries whose official system of measurement is not the metric system. Those 3 countries are in red. Can anybody name this one?
United States.
Yes. Now the other 2 are a lot tougher. Okay? You know, Habib?
One all the way to the right. Pakistan.
No. Close though.
Is Vietnam.
Nope. Same area. Southeast Asia. Nate?
Korea.
No. Habib?
Israel.
What?
Israel.
Nope. Israel's over here. What's that?
What letter does it start with?
All right, this one over here in Africa is Liberia. This one over here used to be called Burma. Yes, Myanmar. Okay. So those are the only 3 countries in which the metric system is not the official system. All right. So throughout the world, the metric system is more common. All these countries in gray are using the metric system. Now, why? So the metric system is based on a set of standards, like I said, everything based on 10, making conversion very easy. Our system is much more confusing that we use. The customary system, the English system, is based on units that were created long, long ago, and most people have no clue what the origination is. Just as some examples, you know, English units, okay, of length. Okay, a digit is an actual unit used in the English system. A furlong, have you ever heard of a furlong?
Yeah.
That's an actual measurement. And it was derived from the distance that a plow team could be driven without rest. That's the origination. A league, have you heard of leagues? Like 20,000 leagues under the sea? A league is about 3 miles. It was originally set up as sort of about how far you could walk in an hour. It's about 3 miles,
So 20,000 leagues actually means 50,000.
60,000 miles.
60,000?
Um,
Oh, right.
So, again, these are based on weird measurements. Going volume, you have these crazy jacks and jills and cups and pints. And they're all a pottles. Anyone ever heard of a pottle?
Yeah.
I haven't. You have? Gallons, 2 pottles. A peck, you've heard of a peck? Like if you go to the orchard, you could buy a peck of apples. A kenny?
Is that where?
I've never heard of a kenny.
Is that where Peter Piper picked up
Yes,
peck?
yes. Bushel, you could buy a bushel of apples at the orchard, a big basket of apples. They have casks and barrels and hogsheads. A hogshead is an actual unit of measurement.